So this might be holding you back from success, but if you're not doing this, then definitely it's holding you back from success, because all successful people that I've met do this in terms of money, sports, all sorts, across every field, working out, health, body type, all that, they all keep the score, right? So now what is keeping the score? This took me years to learn. And it's funny, I didn't make these videos for a while because first I was like, I want to get results in different areas of my life, wealth, health, relationship first before I make any videos. But also two, when I actually learned what it took to become successful and to make money and to get into a relationship, all that, I was like, damn, are other people gonna understand and apply it if I just share this, you know? Because it goes in one ear out the other. But then I was like, okay, but I'm recording for that one person who is gonna pick it up. Plus, if you see, for you've listened to a lot of videos, read books, things like that, that things just goes over your head, then definitely reach out. Like, I have the right tools for to be able to learn things fast. But knowing the score is, so let's take money, right? And this, it took me a while. So knowing the score in your business or at your job, whichever it is, it could be knowing how much money you're making. So how much are you bringing in? And if you have a business, let's say business owner, then you have to see how much are you bringing in revenue, how much are you bringing net, so after expenses, all that, how much are you keeping, how much money is going out each month. Then you can even do it each week, every 2 weeks, whatever, like start somewhere. And I remember looking at my, credit statements and all that. That took me a while, like 8 months, I think, to just open up my bank statement and just look at the numbers. Because in my head, and many people, I don't know if you have this fear, this is years ago, but it felt like, it's like I knew I was spending more than I was making, but I didn't want to know how much more, because I liked spending money, but I didn't want to know how much I'm going into debt or how much money I'm spending, right? And but once I actually looked at it and became real with, okay, this is what the situation is, that's when things actually start changing. That's when I start making more money. And it's funny because it's like it works with the same. I've heard there's a guy on Instagram, he's a good friend of mine, and he's trained celebrities, things like that, in terms of working out, and he's like really in shape. And something he says, it's like, if you go on the scale, the weight scale enough, and see the number of like your weight, eventually the number will drop. And what he was saying is, if you see what the numbers are, at some point you'll get sick and tired of that, and then you'll make a change, right? So I did that with the bank accounts, right? Because successful people that I know that make a lot of money, they know the numbers like every day. They know how many sales are being done in their organization or themselves making, right? If it's just you starting, like for me, I was starting out, and still to this day I track my number and also my team. But you gotta know the number, man, because it's like they say, it's like you can't hit a target you don't have. And that didn't even make sense for a while. But it's like, imagine you're playing, dart, that game. I used to play a lot. I'm from Iran, so me and my dad used to play that a lot, my cousin sometimes. And it's like, imagine trying to aim for a bullseye, but it's like the dartboard isn't even on the wall. You're just like aiming at the wall, and you're like, well, what am I supposed to hit? And then you're just like throwing, hoping that the bullseye shows up out of nowhere. But the reality is, it's like, and this is, it doesn't feel good. Like making money, building the best relationship, getting the best shape, it doesn't, the process of it may not feel good. It's painful, but pain is actually a good thing. You see, I had to redefine that for myself, because you go through life and thinking pain is a bad thing, and that it's painful. You may have someone pass away in your life, and that was painful. So you're attaching all this stuff to the word pain. But let's say in terms of working out, if you go to the gym, like your body's gonna hurt. But if you don't know the science behind, and you don't even need to know all the science, like I don't know a lot, Once I got into a relationship, my girlfriend supported me to actually start learning more. But I didn't even know it, but I knew enough to like get results. But like, if you know when you work out how your muscles are turning down, it's like a physical point going on within you that if you understood, oh, that pain is because my muscle is opening up room for new muscle to grow, then you'll be like, oh, that's good pain. So now in your business, there's times where it's like, you're like, damn, can I even make it? Should I go get a job again? Or if you already have a job, you're like, should I increase my hours? Should I find a higher paying job? My business isn't working. But if you understand the nature of a business, it's always going to be up and down until you figure out all the right components to then be able to make money, like good money every month consistently, and never go back to that. But you'll hit that point of up and down at any stage, and you'll go in that pressure at any time, because even if you get to making 100 grand a month, your expenses are going to be higher. You have more responsibility. You may have people on your team. What happens if something happens in your life or in the economy or banking system or whatever, and some part of your business shut down? Now you don't have money coming in, you don't have that. It creates pressure. So the faster you learn to look at, okay, what are my numbers? But you see, if you don't look at the numbers, you feel like, oh, that's painful, I want to focus on what feels good, and you don't know the numbers, guess what? You're going to run out of business way faster. You're not going to hit the weight target. If you're working out, you're not going to hit that. And because you may be, let's say, eating more than what you should, which is funny, like, because many people like track their calories down to the exact calorie and all that stuff. Like for me, I learned about it, about all that, but I was like, dude, basics. If I work out, taking enough protein and fat and all that stuff, and eat less than what I'm supposed to, and work out consistently with the intention of I'm doing this long term, not for like 30 days or 60 days, then I'm like, dude, I'll get into the best shape of my life, like, eventually. And now I went from 180 pounds, mainly fat and so forth, to now 172.3 I was this morning, with 15.6% fat. And I started at 18% fat. So 14% is like where you clearly see all the abs. So I'm like at 15.6. So you could still see some of the abs. But, and I've gained a lot of muscle. So it's like I'm not losing muscle. I'm gaining fat, or I'm losing fat, gaining muscle at the same time. But I'm tracking even that number. I'm like, okay, what is my weight and fat percentage? And I know, okay, is it going up? If it's going up, then I may be more than eating more than what I think. But I've become very aware, and so I've noticed the reason we eat more than we should is because, you know, when you eat, you get that sensation of I'm full, but then you have the programming of, no, I gotta finish my food, I don't want to eat leftovers, all that. Then you eat more than you should anyway. But if you learn to listen to your body, then your body knows how much calorie you need. You know. So yeah, I just wanted to share that main point. And there's specific ways, like there's charts, there's different things, and very easy to keep track of it. But I'm not gonna post like my charts and whatnot. If you want to know specifics, if you're like actually serious, you're like, this resonated, I see my business, I'm not keeping track, and my how much I'm spending, I don't know how to even track it, all that, then reach out and I'll help you out. And I have my links. Facebook might be the easy place to reach out, or Instagram. But I put all of it there. And then if it actually helped you, like if these videos, I started doing these because it's like I wish I could hear all these when I was starting out, and when I start hearing these information, that's when my growth happened. So that's why I want to make these, right? So if it actually helped you, like the video, subscribe, comment, do all that stuff, share the video with someone you see could help. Not for me, but don't you think more people should know this? Like if you saw this and you saw benefit, then wouldn't you want more people like you also see this benefit from it? So do it for other people. Like I don't care how many likes I have or how many views I have, I'll post anyway. I have discipline. But do it for other people, right? And share it with someone that you see could benefit. But yeah, I'll get going. I have to go to this next meeting with this really cool guy. We're going to an Indian restaurant and I'm very hungry. I haven't had Indian in a while. So yeah, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.